Transmission 3, question 1. What is time, and is it really what we think it is? Time is an illusion. Time is a tool of three-dimensional reality. Time is here so that we can experience Earth, so we can experience who we really are via our human bodies. Time is here so Source can experience who it really is. And remember that we are Source. Time is here so that we can experience linearity, so we can experience loss and then return, anger and then love. It's so we can experience all the emotions, the not having and then the having. So I think time is an illusion. It isn't real. However, on this planet, it is there for a reason. And so therefore, we should embrace it. Embrace time. We shouldn't want everything to happen all at once. That's not what we're here for. So I think we should all know what time is, be conscious of what it really is, and embrace it. Embrace the fact that we have time between a desire and a creation. Enjoy the time that we have, the space that we have. So I think just being aware and conscious of what time really is allows us to enjoy time, and actually also then we can then start to use time. And as people talk about speeding up time and speeding up creations, yeah, I mean, if we're conscious of it, we know what we're doing, then we can do that. But for the most part of life, settling into time, settling into the linearity of things, settling into the way Earth was designed, settling into the way amnesia was designed, but knowing consciously what it is the key. Question 2. What is reality and who decides what's real? Well, reality is a perception. There is no realness, to be honest, about anything. There's no absolutes, or very few, apart from the universal laws. Reality is perception. It is our perception. Everybody's reality is different. Every one of our 8 billion of us in this 8 billion piece jigsaw puzzle, we each have our own reality. 2 people witnessing an incident will have totally different perceptions on it. They will see different things. They will have a different idea of what's happened. So there is no reality. Reality is our perception. And reality is within us. It is not outside of us. Question 3. What is energy and why does it matter how we use ours? Energy is vibration. Everything is vibration. And it is very important, really, how we use ours, because the vibration within us is what creates our reality. It's what invites. We invite in. Like attracts like. We invite in what vibration we are inside of us. So how we use our vibration, and it ties in with the previous question about perception, because our vibration will be determined by our perception of the world. So the ideal is to create the reality within you that you want to create on the outside. First, create it on the inside, and then the outside will follow. Question 4. What is prayer, and does it actually work? Well, the word prayer usually is associated with a religion, and religions tend to externalize an external power, a deity, a god. And quite often prayer is used to almost give over your own power to that external being, the external God. However, I think that a prayer that recognizes the God within you, and a prayer to yourself, a prayer that empowers you, a prayer that recognizes the God within you. Now that is the most powerful prayer. Question 5. What is manifestation, and why doesn't it work for most people? The word manifestation is used a lot at the moment. Manifestation, the word, suggests we're going to manifest something. Something wasn't there, and now something is going to be there. And how do you get from not having it to having it? And there's so much talk about visualization and affirmations, and people talk also about becoming the vibration of what you want. So for example, I want to manifest, 10 million pounds. And there's a lot of advice, will become the vibration of what that person who has 10 million pounds will do, will feel like, will be. Absolutely, 100%. And if you can do that, brilliant, because then you do actually become that version of you who has that. And a few people can do that, yes. Most people, I would say, perhaps struggle. Maybe they start, but how do they maintain the consistency? Do they actually get into that place of having 10 million pounds, what they would do, what they would act, what they would sit like, how they would sit, their posture, all of these things? Can they actually get into that space consistently enough to manifest? So, and if you can, fabulous. But then the question becomes for most people, well, why? Why can't I get into that space? Why can't I get into that space more often, every day, consistently, until it's manifested? And that's where we need to then look. The blocks to that, our limiting beliefs, the stuff we've learned in childhood, all of that are the reasons why manifestation doesn't actually work for most people, because they haven't done the work. They haven't looked at their limiting beliefs. They don't know what is actually stopping them from becoming the version of them that has 10 million pounds, for example, or has the beautiful relationship. So, do the inner child work if you want to manifest.